Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Finals of Emergence Day Split 3 Playoffs. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Guy Blaze. It comes down to this, a fresh matchup for Split 3 Emergence Days Blaze. Pittsburgh Knights going against eUnited.
Yeah, a fresh matchup with a lot of money on the line between both of these squads, and it's been a while since they played each other in a high-pressure situation, so I'm excited to see what we're going to get from both these teams. But so far, you know, we've seen some clean gameplay from eUnited, taking down the Pioneers 3-0, taking down the Finds 3-1. Both of those series was not easy. Then you move on over towards the Knights, who had a more difficult time, all right? Going up against another hot squad in the Abuelos. They went down to the final 2 rounds of map number 5 to progress on up against Rise, where they take that series with the execution of both controls in the first 4 maps to meet up against eUnited. Now, as far as play styles has been going, as far as who's hot, we've seen that Raver's been playing fantastic today on the side of the Knights. And then, you know, you going over and you look towards eUnited, this Lexic on that last series is making some huge plays for them.
Huge, massive plays. I mean, you can honestly say, if Raver doesn't make the plays he makes, as Pittsburgh Knights beat Rise. If Dyslexic doesn't make the plays that he makes, do they beat Kansas City Pioneers? Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but the reality is you definitely would rather take them making those big plays. It makes things a bit easier. Also to take note, Rise did beat eUnited last week in Emergence Days Split 3 Week 4, and they ended up beating them 3-1. So that makes, at least in my opinion, Pittsburgh Knights look incredibly strong as they face off against EU tonight. But Blaze, let's dive a bit deeper into the series. Let's take a look at the maps we're going to be watching.
All right. Coming up first is going to be Control on Ritual. And as we know, with both of these two teams, man, that's 50-50. It can go either way. Move on over towards Execution on Canals. And we just watched one of our squads play it. It was eUnited, I think, going up against Pioneers when they played this map. So eUnited got some reps, but on this execution, I maybe favor the Knights a little bit more than eUnited. Escalation training grounds. For me, I like how eUnited has played this map so far today. Speyer Control. We also saw eUnited playing this one earlier where they looked really great. And then Execution on Tomb. I'm leaning on over towards the Knights on that map as well. So based off what I said, I think the Knights got to win the first 2 if they want to be able to take this series up against eUnited.
Have to win the first 2. Honestly, I can get behind that. It's interesting. Ritual has always been the map to kind of decide the series when Pittsburgh Knights plays against eUnited, just because they're so good on it. Canals, I actually want to hear your opinion on Canals and why you genuinely think Pittsburgh Knights might have the leg up, because eUnited beat Kansas City Pioneers pretty well just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, they did, but I have a lot more faith in the speed that the Knights have. You know, I think Dezonide is going to be a great sniper, but then also on the flip side, you know, you got a lot of aggression coming out from Raver there and those high side connectors playing by himself, and then down low, you got Fearzly, the front spawn for his team, with Monkyz supporting them, okay? You know, Fearzly loves that front spawn position, and, you know, gets him into the fight, and this is like his highlight map, right? You know, he's playing front spawn. And so between Fearzly and Raver on that mid bridge, I think they're going to be the key factors when we get there.
But Training Grounds, also a map that we just witnessed eUnited win on. However, it wasn't easy. Like, they didn't win that map easily, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Kansas City Pioneers are a great team on Training Grounds, but we've also seen Pittsburgh Knights play TG very well. If I had to put some best map for Pittsburgh Knights, honestly, I would say Training Grounds might be their better map there.
Yeah, you know, it definitely could, especially when you look at all the escalations that we have available between Baskar, Harbor, and Training Grounds. You know, Harbor, Training Grounds, I think they're neck and neck in being their best escalation map. And so, you know, Training Grounds is going to be good for them. BK, take 2 of the first 3, and I think they can take this series. If they fall short early against eUnited, maybe this first map, We'll see how them playing from behind, how can they stay in this series, especially with eUnited, as they've been up, they've been very comfortable, and they've been very dominant.
Definitely have been comfortable, definitely have been dominant. Speyer being map 4 is cause for concern. for the side of eUnited, not because they're necessarily bad on that map. I don't think they are by any stretch of the imagination. But Pittsburgh Knights, they play Speyer incredibly well. But you're right, Blaze, spot on, brother. Look, if Pittsburgh Knights start off strong with a 2-0 or maybe a 2-1 lead heading into map 4, I think they're going to win the series. But if eUnited takes an early lead, then you could definitely question, can Pittsburgh Knights beat this EU roster who has just been on fire? But we're going to get all the answers to our questions relatively soon. Let's start off map number 1, Ritual Control.
And you're seeing the first kills coming out here for PK, taking down Demise, TJ, and Powerz. Dyslexic, the last one left up, and he's cleaned up. That's a team wipe on the side of eUnited as the Knights controlling the hill, controlling the power weapons. EU will get those lower spawns, and that's typically what happens if you lose the first team fight. You are able to get those nades down low, and we'll see how EU wants to play this as they're going to be working on the left side of the map. Monkyz walking around, doesn't want nobody to know he's here. Don't want anyone to hear that roadie run or those steps. And so far, he's been sneaky enough as you'll see another kill, 2 kills coming off the board. And the Knights haven't budged yet.
Haven't budged at all, man. Pittsburgh Knights off to a solid start, continuing to play this map incredibly well, much like they did a bit earlier. Beating Rise on this map wasn't easy. It ended 300-223, and they did take that early lead until we did see Rise obviously start to come back. So it's not uncharacteristic to see Pittsburgh Knights have a pretty relatively strong start. We do see United Wolfpacking together. The teamwork really needs to be here today. I mentioned Pittsburgh Knights and the consistency that I appreciate from them as a team. eUnited has a tendency to sometimes play separated, play split up. If they can avoid that, they can obviously, win the series or even put up a great fight against PK. But Dezo trying to keep Powerz in check.
Trying to keep him in check. Powerz will put him back to the respawn and check him out. Now, Dyslexic is the next on the eUnited hit list as he's trying to make his way back there. He's going to get backed up, waiting for some help. Raver trying to stay alive, but Demise knows that he's going to be full. He'll be able to clean up that kill. eUnited looking to get in position for the next heal, and it's going to be defended by Dezonide and Fearzly. New bow up in 13 seconds, but also new nades up in 15. Dyslexic should be able to get those nades for free unless he's contested by player 5, but he just wants to go up top and help his teammates win that bow fight as soon as possible.
Trying to win it, as you said. Fearzly will take down Powerz. Now you can bully out Demise. Demise will also fall. Again, great teamwork. You have Fearzly from the front. You also have Raver joining into the mix, and then Monkyz is also there. It's a coordinated effort to take up the torque bow. But you did mention nade. Fearzly is going to be on him. Pittsburgh Knights get pretty much everything aside from the last kill that was in play.
Yeah, I think that's a situation where Dyslexic, he's just waiting for his death there at the end. He sees his teammates are grouping up for a fight. As soon as those kills are happening on the feed, he needs to be booking it for nades and taking position on the other side of the map. But instead, it's PK with all the power weapons in hand. They'll be pushing in here from the first hill as Statue, and that nade picks up 3. Also a team kill, but it keeps the numbers in favor of the Knights. Where Dyslexic off the respawn, he has to go huge, but that's as big as he can get.
Big as he can get, like you said. All he's got, man. He did get splash damage. I thought that connected. It didn't, unfortunately. If you're going to break this hill, I would much prefer to do it where eUnited is currently at. Now, it's a bit difficult because the torque bow, but there's not a lot of angles that Raver can truly get, and he has sent so many bows flying. Plus, she got a bit of a flank that makes things a bit more chaotic for Pittsburgh Knights to hold on to the hill. As far as, well, let's see how this ends up working. I mean, Dezo's still fighting, but as far as I'm concerned, I mean, that was an almost flawless break from eUnited's perspective.
Almost. And, they got the heal. It's good enough. Damage on Monkyz. Like the little side roll allows his teammates to get in and help the fight, but Powerz, he wants it all. Demise wants to help. Monkyz says, I want it all as well, as he dodges a few shots. Oh, doing a great job working that cover, but help didn't come in time. 24 points remaining on the hill. eUnited 15-point lead, and PK are going to be rotating for next. But look at the spawns. Player 1 already across the map. He's kind of put a wrench in the plans with the Knights because they don't know how many players are back there. They know someone's there, but don't know who's going to be annoying. But you see Powerz moves up with the Lancer. PK trying to find anything. Now they're trying to get on the same page. They find the two players there on the edge. Powerz goes down, Demise as well. And there's the power weapon in the hands of the Knights.
Of the night, but I mean, I gotta say, I'm quite disappointed in the way that the torque bow has been utilized. I don't think it's been truly that impactful. You know, a lot of time is being spent fighting for the torque, but what's it all for if you're not putting it to good use? Dyslexic with the nades can be truly devastating here. Throws out one, backs one away, has enough time to challenge that of Monkyz. Fearzly will try and answer back in his own fashion. Torquebow will get a connection on Dyslexic. That's good, but you still got a couple more members you have to take out. Make that one. Demise, who chooses to hightail it out, brother. He's had enough. And a hill retake for Pittsburgh Knights. Well done from their perspective.
Yeah, well done indeed. And so, as you see, Dezo getting some shots with his right. I love that cancel, not moving into harm's way, not getting into his teammates' way. But when it was all said and done, it's the Knights holding the hill. And eUnited having to push out. It's a 2v2 fight for now, but eUnited has a little bit extra help coming in Demise, but they don't need them. They win the battle. 35 points remaining on the hill, which is a lot of time. New nades in 57, new bow in 50. So the Knights with player 6, he has spawns for next. Do they want to push out player 3 towards the back of the spawn is what the Knights are thinking about. Now he'll have Powerz, and I think they're just going to relax. Now, player 8, he's getting jiggy on the other side of the map. He's trying to flank. He knows he got some time. He's just trying to draw as many players as he can. He just called out to his teammates. He said, guys, I got 2. What can you do? And they said, we got to push. We got our numbers. And eUnited's holding off. They're doing a great job.
Oh, well done from Raver. Yo, again, he continues to make these plays that, I mean, only he can do.
Raver again for 3.
And he's going for 4. He's going for 4, and he will get it. I'm going to count it. Dezo dropped him. Raver, he would have got him anyways. But even so, despite the heroics, I mean, Pittsburgh Knights are trailing behind by 50 points. But the big thing is, did Raver just shift the momentum? It's quite possible.
Yeah, with plays like that, you know, eUnited, they just kind of chased a random kill across the map, and they should have known that was going to happen to them with them showing their numbers the way that they did. They did a good job holding off as long as they could, but this is the result, right? Now PK, they're going to show eUnited how to keep control of the map. They're utilizing their numbers, but they're not pushing too far out. They know that as long as they got a player across the map out the fight, they're going to shift on over towards their teammates. I love how players 6 and 5 are playing it, but yeah, I love how Demise and Powerz are working together a little bit better in this situation as they're waiting for their teammates to join them off the respawn, showing that they can do it. And they have done enough for eUnited to get the remaining points from that hill, but that's only going to give them about a 30-point lead.
Beautiful shot.
But Powerz, he's going to try to take a little bit more with these next 2 bowls.
And he could definitely do it. I mean, that was a nasty heady. Monkyz, he's going to get side swipe gone as well. Powerz now, big impact play. We'll get the full kill.
He got more. He got the 2 that he wanted.
Yep, he did. And I believe he still has 1 more bow, if I'm not mistaken.
1 left.
Yep. And that could be nasty as well.
Hey, 1 kill at the right time goes a long way, but TJ gets that kill. Powerz doesn't have to use the bow, but over here he kind of does. His teammates get impressed by 2. This has to be his focus. He misrolls into his death, but Dyslexic 1v1. Psych, it's Monkyz in a 1v3. And eUnited, they're going to keep collecting on time. It's 50 points in his hill. So far, so good with the lead in which they have. This is where PK got to try to take a breath for at least 5 seconds, Taylor. The power weapons are coming up. The lead's not too far out of control, but they need that momentum back in their favor.
Powerz is doing what Powerz normally does on this map, Blaze. Pop off.
Oh, and wow.
The impact has been great. Dezo, it's a wonderful shot. Monkyz is there for the follow-up, trying to keep the lineage and the hard work from Dezo alive, but unfortunately, he's getting angled out. 3 players focus in on him. And a new torque bow will go to the way of eUnited. And most importantly, though, eUnited is starting to truly take away the points control on this map. I mean, 230 to 132. They're now up over 100 points that of Pittsburgh Knights. Things are getting pretty drastic for PK at this point.
Yeah. And when it's like this, drastic decisions are going to be made. But PK, they got the clutch ability to make them like smart decisions in these fights. Now, the Knights, they are getting control of the hill. They got 3 players there, and they got the 1v1 in mid lane being locked up. So Dezonide wins his battle, the first one at least. The nade is, the bow doesn't miss, the nade doesn't miss. Raver hits his shots, but it's eUnited out on top as they got 3 players alive, and they got 60 points to collect on. They can't win off of this stuff.
They can't, but I mean, the damage is done, and the damage continues to be inflicted. eUnited looking strong all night and looking just as strong at this point in time. Pittsburgh Knights starting to run out of gas, or maybe not even running out of gas. It's kind of like the same thing for KCP we talked about earlier. PK's been looking great. PK still looks great. They're making incredible plays, but eUnited is just much better at the moment. AJ's got a lot of work ahead of him. Luckily, he's got the help with some cover fire just behind, and that's going to be an easy cleanup. I mentioned eUnited not playing as individuals. If they can taper that off, which they say they have effectively done in Split 3, they can be unstoppable. And right now, we are truly seeing great teamwork, and Pittsburgh Knights are struggling to get anything to work.
Yeah, they are. You know, it's just early game, it was working out fine for them, but these last few team fights, eUnited is just a step ahead, and now the score is playing a factor into the decisions in which the Knights have to make. They don't have that wiggle room no more. They don't have that free time to be as a full 4-man unit, so the fights that they could have won before, they get even harder in these moments, and you see eUnited making the fights look easier. They're more confident. They say, we got 7 points. We can let loose a little bit. We can come off the chains and lock in his first map.
Woo! That was quick. That was a lot quicker than I was expecting, and way more dominant than I was expecting. Blaze, eUnited, grand finals. And, you know, in a way, it's kind of sad we don't get to see the tiebreaker between eUnited and Rise. That's okay. They'll take deadlock 2 and 2, at least for split 3, weeks 1 through 4. But at least when it comes to week 5, eUnited, they want the cash, and they want to be the absolute dominant champions of Split 3 Emergence days. And they're looking to do that here during playoffs tonight. Excellent first map, number 1. Big victory. And it's like, if it was close, then you would make the argument that, okay, this series might be relatively close. But after map 1 being so explosive and so good for the perspective of eUnited, I can't lie, I got concerns for Pittsburgh Knights.
Yeah, you know, it definitely calls for concern. The way eUnited came out on fire, but you know, for the PK fans, I'll give you a sigh of relief. It's just map number 1, right? And you know, I'll calm down the eUnited fans and let them know that Execution and Escalation is coming up next. We're going to Canals, we're going to Training Grounds. 2 maps in which PK can get down on. They're very good at it. And you know, when PK are always in these decisions, when they are always in these positions of losing that first map on control, it seems like that win condition of Execution and Escalation, it always comes through, right? And at the end of the day, no matter what them winning controls, their best 2 game modes will always be Execution and Escalation. If they're winning controls that day, they're looking like the best team in the game. So this series still early on, but Execution Canals is really going to tell the tale of this tape. eUnited have already won this once before tonight playing this map, but they got to win up against the Knights. It's a different matchup when it comes down to the sniper rifles. It's a different matchups in the pillars. This is a different matchup on mid-bridge and sandbag. And, you know, we're going to see who won it the most.
So snipers, obviously, I like to focus on that big portion. Powerz, he tore it up before. Who's the sniper for Pittsburgh Knights? Because I genuinely don't see them. Is it Dezo?
Dezonide, yeah. Big Dezo, and you know, hey, I trust him with it. You know, I trust it. If I was on a team with Dezonide, I would give him the snipe. I say, bro, you can take this. I say, you can take this. I'll go play mid-range. I'll go play a sandbag somewhere. All right.
But I remember this very statement from you when Pittsburgh Knights were going to play against Rebel.
Yeah.
Right. And I said, wait a second, you forgot about exploits. And you said, it doesn't matter. Dezo's there. Dezo's good. And exploits did his thing.
He did his thing.
He did his thing. And
exploits turned up that day.
Don't undercut Powerz. I don't think you are.
And actually, it was like a 55-45 matchup between exploits and Dezo that day. I
go with the percentage.
It was though. Dezo was popping off, but you know, ultimately he did lose the battle in the end. But he was getting his headshots. Now continue.
I'm continuing. So again, Powerz, Dezo. I mean, that's a good one.
It is.
But aside from the snipers, now you also mentioned the explosiveness from the rest of the PK members. So we're looking at Monkyz. We're looking at Raver, we're looking at Fearzly. What do you expect from them? I assume mid-bridge presence or maybe torque bow presence.
We're looking at, I believe we're looking at Dyslexic versus Raver in the high side connectors. We're looking at Fearzly versus TJ on the low side. That could be flipped, and I do believe Demise is on sandbags. And actually, Demise can play pillars. I should know this, but I understand the positions in which the players can play, which they're best at, but sometimes they flip on different teams in which they're on. So, but we do know the sniper battle, and Fearzly and Raver, I considered them my keys to victory for PK going into this map. Not so much Dezo versus Powerz in that snipe fight. So
sure.
If Powerz is popping off and getting those headshots, he's going to have to stay accurate and be fast. And that's something that he's known for, you know, especially with the snipe. He'll unload that clip very accurately in a minute. All right. All 7 shots, and they'll be, you know, majority body shots or headshots.
So I'm really happy, though, that you said Dyslexic, Raver, and the connectors. That's fun because we talked about our most impactful players tonight, both rosters, Raver and Dyslexic. Yeah. And Dyslexic, it's interesting. He was struggling at one point for eUnited on Canals. eUnited hasn't had a smooth transition on Canals. They haven't been, or at least they weren't a dominant team on Canals. Clearly, after beating KCP, I might be changing my mindset a bit, but Dyslexic struggled in connectors because he would either stay there too long or he would overextend himself and, you know, get first blooded. So it was a big learning experience from his perspective, but he did. And he has learned quite a bit, and he has made an impact on that connector fight. But Raver might have a leg up simply because of, talk about explosiveness, but just how well he can make plays. And as soon as he takes down Dyslexic, it's not going to be unfathomable to watch him then go through mid-bridge and just, I mean, have a hellacious impact on the roster of eUnited. So that's going to be a fun matchup, Raver and Dyslexic. Dyslexic has to pull up big this time.
Yeah, nah, he does, okay? Got to pull up big for the team and win some key fights for him to get that man advantage, or even just putting out damage, just getting the positioning on the map to force his opponents towards the low side and maybe set his teammates for a kill or two. So you can definitely, you know, if not get the kills, be the assister there. But we know Dyslexic, he wants the kills. He don't want to be the main assister in the fight. So, but hey, a dub is a dub. And, you know, sometimes you got to play a dirty role, you know, or, you know, sometimes, yeah, you know, you just got to get the dirty work done. We'll see where the kills transition on the map. If PK want to play majority towards the high side into his hand, he may be a top kill leader. Or if they want to play more towards the low side, it may go, those kills may go into the hand of, you know, TJ and Demise instead. So we'll see what happens.
But is there a chance, though, we do see Pittsburgh Knights capitalize off the torque bow? Because from what I've seen, eUnited doesn't really care about playing for that at all. Yeah. They care more about connector, mid-bridge, and sniper.
They do. But the thing is about the torque bow is that the torque can be a viable starting strategy, right? But if you do get the bow early on, that means you're going to give up the nades most likely, right? Unless you got a good scope that can watch that. And then from there, as long as your sniper is going to keep his eyes, as long as your sniper is going to keep his eye on the nades throughout the entirety of the round while you get the bow, it's a good play. Okay, get it out, get it up to connectors and see what you can do. Because I like to play on bow, you know, because I personally feel like nades should be a free kill every time. You know, if you're a good sniper,
fair.
Nades is a free kill. Anybody pop a squad to get those nades, when they pop up, they don't have a head. All right, that's the easiest headshot in the game. You can't hit that one, you can't run the bow strat. All right, that means that you got to play low. You got to play into that fight up on the mid-bridge and at least fight for control, because it's the center of the map. If you have that, you can, you know, make plays and force your opponent to have to kind of stay in their spawn and play into you every time.
Here we go. Map number 2, an opportunity for Pittsburgh Knights to answer back. If they don't, leading or at least trailing behind 2-0 against eUnited. I mean, that's not going to be a pretty sight as far as I'm concerned. This is a big win. This is a big map. And this is truly, I think, going to dictate who is going to, you know, win our series. We'll find out how it's going to end up unfolding. Of course, underway, we'll see Dezo and Powerz opposite of each other with the nade. Meanwhile, the bridge fight, I mean, is chaotic as can be. And Raver, the guy that we expected to be connectors opposite of Dyslexic, will pick up first, but quickly answer back from Monkyz, picking up the torque. And now he's going to slow it down a bit, potentially. Dyslexic should run away. He dodges a sniper as well as a torque bow. But this is going to be an interesting fight from the perspective of PK and eUnited. And, I mean, opposite of a torque bow, this could get pretty awesome.
Yeah, they could. That's a good bow on the ground. He got no splash damage from it. It came up a little bit short. Because I believe that bow should have been able to kill Powerz if it was a little bit deeper. Monkyz being careful with revving that. He does have the active. He tried to go for the top of the cover shot, but both players on eUnited pushed their 1v1 simultaneously and they win them. So that just shows the confidence in that. Those two fights just set the tone of this map.
You think so? I think so. I do. You know, eUnited is a team that has been confident. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to think about who the most confident team is. It's got to be KCB. I think KCB, at least major time, they have the most confidence. But eUnited is probably a close second in terms of they can do anything. You know, Powerz, he has the utmost confidence. Dyslexic has the utmost confidence. So TJ as well. TJ, speaking of which, hand and face. It's going to be a 2v2 on bridge. He's going to end up falling, and so is the second. But maybe an answer back. Dyslexic, he's got everybody just pursuing him. He's going to fall off. And we thought that last round was impressive from eUnited in the way that they collapsed in and won that 2v2, which I agree it was. But this round, different in its own right. Pittsburgh Knights, so well executed, and they did it so quickly. The impact, I mean, was felt through eUnited off the initial.
Yeah, it was. Powerz was a very impactful player in round number 1, and then here's again Raver in round number 2 together on the mid bridge was able to win their battle. So each squad so far so good. And now as we move into it, Raver on mid bridge once again. Look, trying to get the shot over the cover. He knows he can hit that one, but if he peeks it again, he may go down. Dyslexic, super aggressive up top, trying to push Dezonide out of this snipe position, not allowing him to shoot for free. Dezonide hits a little body shot, but Dyslexic hits a better spread, and it's all up to Raver as he does pick up 2 kills in the water.
He can do this. I don't know. Sorry. Yo. I think he can do this. What? He's got to make that. He's got to push that, though. No. If he pushes Dyslexic there, he has to know somebody's about to flank him, especially where he's at. It's not a good spot to be, but I don't know if that could have been played any differently.
Nah, it couldn't. Like, he just got 2 kills and he ran into his opponent. You know, he was on the stairs. He couldn't walk that ledge where the pillar was. Like, he had to either walk low, which will, you know, kind of expose him, or, you know, he goes to the left there, which he knows that he may get shot in the opening from that lower lane. Great effort, but instead, we go up into this next round, 2-1. In favor of eUnited. Powerz takes that snipe high side automatically. Monkyz just narrowly saves his head. Dezo goes for a quick play. Powerz in a body shot. Powerz with another body shot. Monkyz cuts back, but now Monkyz can't go into the open. He's forced to fight. And it's going to be eUnited cleaning up the kills, and it was a good fight, one on mid-bridge for him as well.
Great fight indeed. So eUnited up 3-1. The confidence continues to show. We only see one round one from the perspective of Pittsburgh Knights, and the only one with a more than 1 kill happens to be Raver, sitting at 6 total. Everybody else kind of falling behind. Raver, you can't deny his impact tonight, but he needs the rest of the roster to truly back him up, especially now. Having eUnited up 4-1, things could start getting away from them. But let's see if they do. I mean, TJ leading the charge. He's not going to be stunned. He has an opportunity to push Raver. Raver's not stunned himself, but Raver will hold his ground. Again, the guy who's been the consistent playmaker. Demise down. Powerz pushing up. Monkyz, he's killed off from Dyslexic. 2v2 now. Powerz, sniper in hand. Raver just up ahead. One of the tough things, though, for Pittsburgh Knights plays is they lost their sniper player. So they're going to try and rectify that by getting Fearzly, having him pick up a torque bow. But is it really going to help?
Powerz with the body shot. It should help. Powerz with another body shot. That's a great bow to get the splash damage to be able to move him from that position so he can get out the cover. If not, it was possibility he was going to get pressed and crossed from the low side. Great shots from Raver, and his opponent is above him on a bridge.
Oh! He doesn't fire the shot. He knows he only has 2 more remaining blades.
And yeah, I think he has to go into the water. We're in our 5th round, and so he has to go low. The Knights know it, and this is where the Knights just watch the left or the right. If Powerz comes down, yeah, he's going to walk it out with his right hand. makes noise on the
Headshot,
left.
though. One headshot.
He's getting his opponent to waste some bows, and that's what he wants to do right now.
He knows.
He needs to show himself. I think he needs to show himself a few more. Just get some movement on his opponent, right? The movement don't have to come in at the late.
Oh,
he ain't taking no
on him.
OT is on him. Interesting.
It's really interesting, actually.
No.
And he has an aid. He throws it out. Good body shot. Backs him up. Overtime Hill. Pop it in. He hits the heady. Raver now has to push. Raver opposite of Powerz, and Powerz will clutch it. And it's going to be eUnited leading 4-1.
Mucho bueno, Powerz. That's how you get it done. From the nade to the snipe. You look at it, PK. I'm not too mad at their position down low in the water, but they didn't want to put themselves in the open to give Powerz the opportunity to take the snipe shots. I don't know if they knew he still had one nade to work with, though.
I don't know. I mean, what are you going to do, though, anyways? You know? What are you going to do? Like, you just got to push it. That's such a big
They could have moved.
Powerz.
Oh, Dezo takes down Powerz. Raver gets a double kill.
That's huge.
They're
That's
upset.
huge. Yeah. As they should be. I mean, they're down 4-1. I mean, this is grand finals. They worked hard to get to this point. No way they're going to lay down a dime.
Yeah, not for free. Not with ease. And that's a beautiful rebuttal round from PK after they lost the last round the way that they did. Put some confidence back in on their side. Raver with 12 kills. But, we're here on execution, and, we talk about the impact that he has, and you can see it there in the scoreboard. Fearzly playing up behind him, right? That's the duo and tandem that we were talking about at the mid-bridge. Not letting each other fight alone. Raver with a close flash in case someone flipped up. He almost got the second shot off, but instead, Fearzly tried to make the play, but it's TJ with a double kill.
4v2. Uh-oh. Sniper just over the head. Powerz will connect once again, and well, Monkyz. Oh, he tried. Yo,
yeah,
he tried to go for the reaction, bro. Seen him do it before.
Chat, can we just all at Media Hunter and put an L next to it? Thank you.
What did he do this time? What did he do this time?
He told the chat to replace the snipers with drop shots just to mess with me, okay?
What the hell is he talking about?
Right? He's trying to get up in my skin, and he knows how to do it, but I'm not going to take the bait.
That is the most ignorant comment I've seen or I've heard in my life.
All right? Hunter's going to lose a lot of credit in chat for that one. I know it.
Yeah, like, guys, you can't listen to Hunter anymore. Like, that's out of pocket. The old drop shot?
Powerz.
Shocks were bad?
Powerz let his team give up the mid-bridge, and he took the angle to take the shots, and he hit a big one. But up top, Dyslexic put the pressure on Dezonide. Monkyz and Fearzly. Dyslexic. Okay, he doesn't have the snipe. He just has the Lancer angle. But this is the same position. Oh, nade on the bank. Sends him under. What a setup from Powerz.
Man, I asked you who's going to be the factor, man, Powerz or Dezo. Once again, it's Powerz, or once again, it's the opposite team. Powerz will get the final finish. 6-2 victory. I mean, eUnited, we needed to see this from them to be in major form. And brother, they're not disappointing. I mean, Powerz, hell. But let me put some respect though on Pittsburgh Knights. Okay. Raver, you'll see it on the scoreboard.
Raver, look at him.
Raver with 12 kills.
Get him some help.
I mean, really.
And it was like if they don't lose that round to Powerz, right? If they don't lose the 1v2, we're all tied up 3-3 right there. It's a closer game. But instead, it just kind of spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
Powerz hit some big plays there with the scope. We talked about the X factors. Raver was the X factor for his team, but Powerz made better plays with the squad. All right, to be able to close out that map. It wasn't about the individual plays. It was about the team as a whole. And eUnited, they're up 2-0.
Up 2-0 and well on the way to Victory Road. We'll see how Training Grounds is going to turn out. Until then, we're going to take a break. But coming up after the break is going to be map number 3. Let's see if Pittsburgh Knights can finally get the ball rolling. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Emergence Day Split 3 playoffs. I'm Taylor Reflections, double joined by Guy Blaze. 2 maps down, and eUnited flawless record so far, leading 2-0 over Pittsburgh Knights. And I had a chance to go back and look based on you know, what I was being told from production, I had to do a little bit of research. Kansas City Pioneers in Split 1 playoffs ended up winning. But since then, eUnited has split 2 playoffs faced off against Pittsburgh Knights in grand finals. They beat Pittsburgh Knights 3-0, and they won Split 2 playoffs, and they're looking to do the same thing here in Split 3 playoffs. They're only 1 map away from doing it again.
Only 1 map away, and we got Training Grounds Escalation coming up next. And, you know, maybe my keys to victories were flipped, but I said Knights, they had to win at least 2 of these first 3 maps to come out on top. And it hasn't happened. Now, going over towards Training Ground, both our teams are talented. You know, you want to talk about, you know, who has the better escalation map? I'll say eUnited, better at Vasgar. Knights, better at Harbor. They meet in the middle at Training Ground. So this is going to be a good one between both teams. You know, we know that the sniper has become essential for this map. And depending on the round, we'll get to see it placed down. We'll see who wants to get behind in placement. But the way that these teams are placing the weapons, they figure out how to not get behind on placements. Also, how to run strategies that don't hinder them from not having incendiary built up first or a shot grenade. So it just kind of depends on who wants to set the pace. All right. You know, we look at our entry fraggers. Raver's been playing phenomenal over the last 2 maps. And then Powerz as well. So it's King Kong versus, you know, Godzilla out there, and we'll see who comes out on top.
You know what I love about this matchup, though, what I have continued to love about Training Grounds between Pittsburgh Knights and eUnited, I think it's going to play a little bit different, but regardless, the point still stands. Pittsburgh Knights objectively have usually been better on Training Grounds over eUnited because they throw out different looks that can be quite confusing to any roster, including that of eUnited. And I also feel like Pittsburgh Knights are more comfortable fighting for the sniper in Cave, which has been a big focal point, at least tonight, in the eUnited matchups. They're not comfortable fighting for sniper. They have made that very apparent because they really don't go for it. You know, Brawny, I mean, he was getting it almost every single time in a Kansas City Pioneer matchup before. But what makes it different this time around for Pittsburgh Knights versus EU in Split 3 is eUnited is genuinely playing better as a cohesive unit, as a team. And Training Grounds is a very team-oriented map, locking in your lanes. You mentioned the initials. Those are going to play out how they're going to play out. But the teamwork, I might want to actually say, is maybe weighed more towards eUnited, especially after watching them play on Ritual and then ultimately watching them play on Canals.
Yeah, and we saw that sniper being given up most rounds against the Pioneers, and the counter to that was get the 2-to-1 hill setup, beat a defensive squad, and force them to have to play into us rather than taking that 50-50 fight in the middle, because between the smokes, the heaven, the Lancer fire, there's a lot of things to work towards. So eUnited sticking towards their strengths instead, and we even see them off the start. Both teams sitting 3 up top, 2v2 into the 1v1, and also the 1v1 on the opposite end of the map.
Demise is getting that cross. I mean, he really wanted that cross to help the Overlook fight for eUnited, which doesn't seem to assist them. An explosive start from Pittsburgh Knights, made even more explosive from Raver, pushing Demise after he takes the neutral. I mean, this round is pretty much done with. Powerz, he's got to try and get a touch. Meanwhile, he's got to stop, and he is going to be stopped. Perfect round for Pittsburgh Knights, and maybe Demise needs to put more emphasis on trying to stop Raver on the neutral as opposed to trying to help his teammates Lancer out for the Overlook fight.
Yeah, no, that was good. You know, he tried to, you know, but Raver was putting that pressure on him there towards that heaven. You only can help that fight for so long. Great job there from PK to be able to get those first initial kills, and I think it was Powerz versus or it was Dezonide versus Powerz up there. Monkyz is here towards the back lane, here to support his teammates and Fearzly and Dezo as they go up into the fight. He's able to get that mark, and he got the head count. He says, we got 3, we know how to play this. Dezo goes wide, initial flank, flashes a player in the back, tries to get some shots up top. Big kill from Dezonide, working the smoke. Monkyz gets up there with Fearzly, and now Dezo slowly pushing up the flank, not trying to press it too soon, but he has to go. Now with that kill, he can get to the home hill.
Over again. I mean, eUnited now has to get a touch. I do like that TJ is going to break away and go for the neutral. I personally feel this is the best play up until that point. I don't know about that, but 2-0 lead for PK. Two very flawless rounds that have been on the back of a strong initial. You good?
That wasn't me.
Oh, that wasn't you. Was that production?
Yeah.
I thought that was you. I was like, you good? That was a bit high pitched.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got everybody out here with their as we all getting ready for the next round. Okay, get it in our stance, ready to do our katas. You know, ready to strike with some force. As everyone's all warmed up, going into round number 2 and going to round number 3. The first 2 rounds happened so quickly, Taylor, as PK, I don't think they've lost a single player off the start. Maybe they lost 1 or 2, but it's not enough. Yeah, it's not a lot of kills. Yeah, no kills. None. Woo. Yeah, there's no kills on the board.
Wow. Impressive. PK at this point, they're playing well. There it is. As soon as we pointed out, of course, eUnited
no kills.
Pick up a couple of kills.
I just see downs. Okay, they're going to kills.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, so eUnited, they're going to be able to flex their wing, or flex, I don't know how you flex a wing, but they'll spread their wings and get on all 3 hills. This round might not be over with. Player 7 will get a touch. Powerz surely will get the elimination, though, and he will. So now we focus our attention on C. For long. What is going on? That is 3 rounds, all within 40 seconds each round.
Yeah, it is, and that just shows the level of squads in which you're playing, and you know, in order to spread your wings, you do got to flex them. So it worked out there, Taylor. eUnited, they flew to victory. And still, it's just a 1 kill. But it was all downs that came through, right? They let those players get downed out. They got plenty of assists for those kills that came through. But, you know, that's just not a good-looking scoreline. But you got 1 on the board. You got it round, and that's all that matters. That's the only score that you're paying attention to. The one on the top right of your screen, 1st to 5. Yep. And we got retro lancers being built up into incendiary grenades. At this point, the weapon placements can go either which way. You can start putting some nades, some snipes. You can do whatever you want on the map. But I will say that you do want to win this round so you can make that first placement.
I think if eUnited doesn't win that last round, they might place a power weapon, but because the rounds have been so short and so quick, so dominant from honestly both perspectives, why would you change anything up? And I talked about Pittsburgh Knights making awkward plays that throw off enemy teams. eUnited tries to do exactly the same, and PK says, you're trying to play our game, and you can't beat us at our own game, brother. We got you. And they end up eliminating 3 off the rip, taking the neutral, and then ultimately taking the map advantage. So for eUnited, fight back, find a way. And for PK, they're not backing down plays. They continue to push forward.
They do. Yes, but now they have to back down, right? Multiple players of eUnited in front of them, and PK, they don't have to press forward as they got 2 hills. So eUnited on the offensive end, PK doing a great job working together trying to take their numbers. They trade out a few kills. Monkyz takes it slow to hit the corner. Some good shots on that player that just went down low. Powerz is on the flank. Does he make it in time? He will not. Now he's in a 1v2. And his next closest teammate is going to be at B, but he drops back towards his respawners, and the Knights drop. They don't drop back up top. They go low. PJ has a great opportunity, but Powerz goes down, and PK, they just keep playing up together. But they get crossed out being in enemy territory too long. They felt like that kill on Powerz was worth them both kind of losing their lives right there. And, you know, when you see Powerz down, I understand you want to clean up the kill, but they put themselves in a difficult spot.
There it is. Should be a domination. Raver, let me stop, because Raver's picked up aces tonight. So Raver being here is quite scary. Especially from eUnited's perspective. They will drop him. See a little bit of life from maybe 1 member from PK. I thought it was going to be Monkyz, but it's not going to be the case. And we're tied up 2-2. I mean, with the way this started, with the way that it's going, I couldn't give you an educated guess as to who's going to end up winning this. It's been so back and forth, and I haven't really even seen much rounds played. That was the longest round in 1:50.
Yeah, that was it. And that round was all dominated by PK up until that last kill on Powerz that they went for to try to acquire. And that was just, they got lost in the chaos, right? Because they were vibing, they were picking up kill after kill and taking their 2v1s, and they saw another one, but you are fighting on your opponent's side of the map. The timing doesn't work out for you, and that's where PK got lost into that round. So Now we got Botox being placed for both teams, and no center line power weapons just yet.
Ooh, what? Raver.
The long range Botox. Yeah, from the Heaven players. Did a lot of damage.
A lot of damage indeed. And Pittsburgh Knights definitively have an advantage here. Demise, though, tries to get the ball rolling. He will not. Player 7 needs to check his back because, well, he's got 2 players from eUnited pushing up onto him. Making it a bit slow. No reason to rush it. It is a 2v2. Pittsburgh Knights, though, holding their ground 10 toes down, baby, and they will get the domination.
44.
44. You know, rounds 1, rounds 2, round 3, and round 5, all 40 seconds.
Need a hand.
Whew. That's it. Those are clean rounds and training grounds. You know, anything lower than that, it's a mismatch, okay?
Yep.
Anything lower than that is a mismatch at this level. So both teams are going to get the Retro Lancer down. Still, no center line power weapons, and I like that move, right? You're not down by 2 rounds just yet. All you're losing by little things, you know, such as, you know, the 50-50 fights at the initial and 1v1s. That's it. You're not losing the team fight every single round, so no need to change it up just yet. Just keep building off of what you know. Dezonide with a double incendiary nade, and now it's TJ by himself. He gets stunned. He can't get out of this. And it's a rush to the home hills, all up to Demise. He has the Retro Lancer to work with, gets out a little bit of damage, but he's getting shot in his back. That's a good position for him to get to the line. Powerz botches his flash, but that shotty be hitting though.
Well, for now anyways. Monkyz, though, not backing down too easily. And
Fearzly.
Fearzly.
Oh, he almost got the revive. His teammate didn't get there.
So that's 3 down, but the fortunate thing for PK is eUnited can't really capitalize too much because they also lost a lot of their manpower. So they have to wait until they come off the respawn. I believe Dyslexic, he might stick this. Dezo might not give him the opportunity, but Dyslexic will stay. So now it is going to be just a full push. Oh no, he doesn't get the full cap just yet, and that's going to be great for PK to take the low end.
And that's a down on Dyslexic. TJ's taken out as well. 1 player top heaven is Powerz, and Demise has joined the fight a second late, but he got there at the right time to get it down, but that's all he gets, and that's a wipe on the side of the Knights. But they don't got the speed to get to the home hill just yet, and they know it.
Yeah.
They just got to fortify. They'll have 2 players at the home hill, and they got 2 players at Overlook.
eUnited's going to have to make a pretty tremendous play right now. If they lose any manpower, or if they lose any potential at all for, you know, potentially getting 2 hills, it's going to be pretty much all she wrote. Push is looking promising. Wild card is going to be Monkyz. However, on the opposite end, he wins the 1v1 against Demise, and a domination is going to start ticking through. It won't happen, Blaze, but the point is, because Monkyz wins that fight, eUnited's still in the same situation. They're just on the other side of the map.
There you go. And now this is a 1v1 between Monkyz and Demise at the F hill. eUnited captures up their opponent's home hill. He double stunned him. But that's all he's going to do. Great shot from Demise.
Oh, wow.
They got the decap at E. Big 1v1.
Demise has to win this.
Oh!
D. D.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Knights going to be on D.
Hey, though, they could have won it. You know, he might as well just push him. Just push him, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't going to give him the satisfaction of winning that fight. I respect it.
Monkyz won that fight earlier. Demise was off the respawn, and then it was another 1v1 between the two. So well done from Pittsburgh Knights. Now on map point. I love it. I really do. Again, refusing to go down without a fight. Now, this is the time, if I'm eUnited, I change the map. But yeah, I mentioned Pittsburgh Knights are a bit weird in the way that they do things. They were hovering over center line.
But they need to put something up top. Oh, they put ammo in it. They halved it. They put
ammo. Yeah, they halved it. So, and long shot. Really interesting. They want the firepower aside from a shock.
And that's a good play. That's a good play. Especially with them being up over these last few rounds. They know that these are going to get scrappy, and that Retro Lance in that position for Monkyz. come. Well, sorry, the retro is in Dezonide's hand if he chooses to get it. But whoever gets it off the respawn, they'll have the perfect defensive weapon to guard their home hill. And PK doing a good job at winning the team fights up top. Now to kick off this round, it is 3 kills coming out for eUnited. They got the E hill and their home hill soon. Their opponent's home hill. They lost the fight at their home from Dezonide. He took down Demise, and now he's camping out at eUnited's base.
Being sneaky too. When does he make the move forward? If Monkyz can keep Demise's head down, Dezo might be able to push up. And I think Dezo's been spotted. Either way, for Pittsburgh Knights, they're committing 3.
Spotted.
And eUnited is going to commit 3. Great job with the throw from Powerz to take down Dezo. That's one less member PK can deal with. Player 7 will be there. Fearzly's got himself in a 1v2 up close and personal. Big win for Pittsburgh Knights if they can win this. Tremendous win. And Fearzly will find a way to get onto the hill momentarily. But oh, good job from Demise to turn on to Fearzly. Like you said, massive indeed. The only benefit for Pittsburgh Knights is Dezo stays alive. He doesn't, this round is over with.
Yeah, he needs to. He's trying to get on over towards E, but he can't push through just yet. He did see one of his opponents move up top, so Dezo tried to move up so he can have a good 50-50, and he was able to put out a little bit of damage, almost won the fight, but it's eUnited with control. They also got the crossfire. Well, they don't have no crossfire from heaven. They just got each other. They got a crossfire down low in the hill. That crossfire became a flank soon, but that player was taken out. It was dyslexic. And PK looking to win the map.
Nice. PK, like you said, winning the map. I think they got it, Blaze. Must Dyslexic can get there quick enough, and he will, but only for a short period of time. There it is. Latin America. Latin America, Pittsburgh Knights. They stay alive, and they will extend the series out a little bit more. And good news, right? For PK fans, Speyer is coming up next, a map that they absolutely love.
Yeah, they do love it. eUnited love it also. You know, it's not going to be easy at all, but eUnited, you know, great scores from them, man. You can see how they were playing as a team. They win that map. When it comes down to KDs, you had 3 players go negative, and TJ was the only one to go even.
Yo, I thought my camera was messed up, bro.
No, it's looking fine. It's looking just right. You know, it's going over.
Dang,
you know,
dude.
I appreciate you, Taylor, joining the broadcast with us today. Reflections in the building, and
he
so
really is on point, though.
Yeah, he is. You know, you look good. You're glowing. You're nice, and
you haven't watered me in a week though. You kind of been neglected.
Hey, I was kind of capping a little bit. I gave you a nice 2 pictures when I got back home the other day.
Pictures,
yeah, you know, because after I saw all the beautiful plants and you know, Carmen del Rey, Tulum, and Playa del Carmen, Tulum, and Cancun.
What are you talking about?
I saw so many awesome plants, and I just wanted you to look just like them, Taylor, okay?
Were you talking about plants just now?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like pop singers, bro. You know? Lana Del Rey and like Mello and...
I was talking about cities in Mexico, okay? Playa del Carmen, Tulum, Cancun.
Oh, so you're
Riviera Maya.
Sophisticated. You know, you've been around me.
I've been around, you know. You sometimes just got to get a car and drive, you know? Go get lost in nature.
True. I got lost once. I had to find myself after, 10 or 15 days. I was out there for a long time.
Did you just start casting?
Talk about being dehydrated, huh?
I said, did you just start casting?
Just start casting.
When you were lost. Nothing. When you were lost, I was lost. Yeah.
Start casting what? Trees?
Something. Don't worry about it, Taylor.
You lost me on that one, Blaze. I'll be honest, man. Now I'm lost again. I got to be found. I don't know where I'm at. Especially after that leaf flex.
You're still lost, okay? Where is Taylor?
I am confusion, bro. I don't know what's going on. I do know Control Speyer's coming up next, and you want to talk about trees. Is that a ficus on the map? What is that?
The where? Oh, on Speyer?
Yeah, on Speyer. Are those ficuses?
No, that is an oak tree. Okay,
it's an oak tree. Both of them are oak trees.
Yeah, both of them are oak trees. Colin can confirm. All right. One may be a maple, but Colin can confirm out there in the chat. And we saw
you get syrup from the maple.
Yes. Okay. It depends on
actually.
Yeah. That map is sweet for some of these teams out here. All right. You could definitely get syrup from the maple. But yeah, chat. We gave you guys the updates on the plants, and you know, Leaf Flections is looking good. Crow's Nest is looking great.
Where's Crow's Nest at?
Collins plant, the crow's nest is looking
Look,
vibrant.
shiny.
And the beauty about crow's nest is that what's interesting is that it has these leaves poking out from the bottom. Like they're just trying to break through the soil. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at the leaves in the bottom, breaking through the soil at the bottom, just like how Colin broke into the scene. It's a perfect plant for him.
Okay.
Now
Metaphorical.
we got MVP plant.
Yep, smallest one out there.
Hey, but the most beautiful one out there. And if you test him, he will poke you. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Nice.
This is our Jacob plant. And then
look at it blooms. I didn't know a cactus would bloom like that.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's beautiful. And then we got you over here in the corner. You know,
leaf flexions.
You're looking good. I ain't gonna pick you up now. You're kind of heavy. All right. You kind of thick out there.
I know. No. Oh, we really in there.
Yeah, he's thick out here, right? Looking good,
baby.
Oh,
3 C's.
Beautiful.
Okay. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Yeah. Gotta get the art off of you. I don't want to mess up your leaves there. All right. You got to take it off.
How is the air in there? Like Chat's been saying that. Like you got all that air to yourself.
Yeah.
Why don't you share it a little bit, bro, with the whole household or the whole state you're in?
We got plants upstairs. You know, we actually have we have like a little garden, like a little planter in the house when you walk in. It has a bunch of plants there and upstairs. So yeah, no, awesome. we got our share of plants in the house, and I'm just happy that these grow because they're in the basement. And I was looking for some good low light plants, and every day they just get greener, they get healthier. Maybe because I'm always yapping at the mouth, right? Lots of carbon dioxide in the room. They're eating well, providing me fresh oxygen. And but yeah, it's good. Outside of the PC, the PC is like a heater, so that works out.
Yeah, it is. It is.
For shows like this, the room stay hot.
I'm jealous, man. You got beautiful plants back there. Meanwhile, I got a candle. Can't really see it. I can't even get it to stay lit.
But you also got the foam on the wall, so we can hear your beautiful voice.
You can.
Yeah. Blue microphone.
What? Now hold on. Now I'm really about to.
Yo, give us one of the books out there.
It irritates me, Blaze.
Is that a football candle?
I got this candle. Is
that a football candle?
It's ellipses or whatever. All right. It's nice. Ellipses.
Fireside.
And it's great. And I made a mistake because Hunter recommended this. Right?
How does it smell?
It smells great when it's lit. Right? When it actually works. But
it smell good when it's not lit.
Well, I mean, it does, but it's intoxicating when it's actually lit. The point is, with this ellipses candle, the wick is a bit too long, or I guess wide, whatever.
So does that whole thing light up?
The whole it should.
Yeah,
it's
you got a lighter.
To. You want me?
Yeah, you got a lighter. Can you light that shit? Light it up, bro. Okay, I'm gonna light it up in the room too. I got candles,
and I'm gonna prove this to everybody out there. So I'm gonna light it.
I got candles too. Shit.
So it lights, right?
Okay. Who are we lighting a candle for? Do we need to, say some prayers for somebody?
I guess Pittsburgh Knights.
Right? My shit's smoking.
So, but you see it's lit.
Yeah.
And it's fine, but then it's going to go out after. I'm not going to hold it for 10 minutes, but I'm telling you, after like 10 minutes, it just goes out.
Yeah. Does it? We just, hey, we'll see if it stays lit, I'll
put it right here.
Hey, I hope I don't burn up my plants. We're good. We got our candles lit. It's eUnited versus PK. All right. And now we are saying our prayers for a great map number 4 as we're about to head into Speyer control. Taylor?
Yeah.
I think it went out. No, it didn't.
Bro, you had me pissed. I was pissed, bro. Yo. I was like, come on, man. Not again. And that's a new one. Bro, I went on a rant the other day, and granted, the customer service, God bless the lady, she was the sweetest can be, and she was like, bring it on in, honey, I got you. I'm gonna replace it. I said, cool. but it just, please work. Like, I really want it to smell like a fireside campfire in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I need that vibe in my room, and that's why I have the candle. But hey, I digress. Talk about oak trees.
Hey, we got the vibe set, man. Hey, it's a very intimate tone here on a beautiful Thursday night. You're here at UMG Gaming here on Twitch.tv. Yeah. The smoothest brothers in the game, as we're going to bring you guys all the action, all the close quarter fights, the back hugs, and the front slaps. We got what you want here. All right? Call your loved one. Tell them you love them.
Got me feeling some
It's the midnight jam here.
Hey, it is definitely, Blaze. I'm kind of good with this far apart. Pittsburgh Knights, eUnited map number 4, baby. And for PK fans out there, you better get loud because they need your energy. They need your help. And the good thing is, though, Speyer, a great map for Pittsburgh Knights, without question. Demise might be a bit tricky here. Active is in. Drop shot in hand. Dezo might be... Whoa, where does that one go? He's dead.
Narnia. Yo, he sent it to the back of the sanctuary, yo, all right? He was lighting up a candle as well. You know, and when it's all said and done, it is going to be PK with control over the hill. But when we think about spawns, they're in favor of eUnited. Ooh, solid shots on Fearzly. You can't get away from that one. No one's going to be there to revive him. One player gets there at the last second, but with the hill cap, eUnited knows that there's a player in the area. Dezo doesn't care. Dezo doesn't care. He'll pick up 2.
Nice job. Pittsburgh Knights, flawless start. Really flawless start for eUnited. Hopefully not unraveling a bit after that loss on training grounds. That was, honestly caused a pause. That drop shot, it was missed. Tough break. That's only 1. But for eUnited, they do start accumulating some points. Good on them. That was only off the trash time, though. For Chapel, Pittsburgh Knights are going to be getting the new time on the fresh show that's going to be coming into play. Bit of a worrisome issue, though, for Dezo and Fearzly. They're about to get swarmed on. All 4 members from eUnited are going to be able to push the hill and focus solely on the 2 remaining members. Now, there is some benefit, though, for Raver and Fearzly. They're on the outside, and they can now pincer in eUnited. We have literally switched spots on the hill. eUnited has the back end. PK has the front end. And I gotta say, Blaze, Pittsburgh Knights are genuinely firing on all cylinders, brother. I mean, every time you look at them get in fights, it seems as if they're coming out successful. This is another example of that.
They're confident, they trust in each other, they know that their teammates got damaged, they just need to hit their shots. But when it's all said and done, it's eUnited, it's PK who will win the battle, and eUnited who goes down. Also, drop shot in the hands of Fearzly. 43 points left in the hill, and the Knights feeling comfortable. Fearzly's job here is to be able to win this fight without using the drop shot. He doesn't need it here. You know, he gets a kill, of course. eUnited is going to rotate towards next, but if... Oh, this is one of those situations. eUnited is going to drain the hill. They don't play the hill. They drain the hill because the new one's behind them. Force PK to have to shoot the drop shots, and you play the extended game. Don't play into a difficult situation of a fight that you possibly can't win here. Just play the map, and eUnited is playing it well.
United playing well, like you said, but still a little bit behind. No worries, though. These corner hills is where you make your money, and that's where we are going to very shortly. You can already see a bit of a battle take place. Fearzly hits a bit of a dud, but doubles back, takes down Powerz in return. You also had a bit of a side angle from Fearzly. From another player from PK who is able to sideswipe, I believe, Demise, who was just on the outside. Dyslexic down, and eUnited kind of in a frenzy, running around trying to just gain any type of map control, but methodically, Pittsburgh Knights make their way back, and again, these corner hills is where you make your money, and if you're eUnited, you're probably sweating bullets because you don't want Pittsburgh Knights to have the money hill and also have a lead that they currently have.
Yeah, you don't want that. Something needs to start cooking here for eUnited. If not, this may be one of the quickest controls that we've seen all day long. Beautiful defense from the Knights. Look at the street on the mini map. Player 1 spread out really wide, isolated his 1v1. Player 2 got the call out. He says no one's here. All right. And now as soon as they mark player 8, they see him coming to the fight. It's PK. They're focused at the forefront. Still not a lot of damage coming out. Dezo goes super wide. They get the first kill that they need, and now things are starting to go well for PK. Powerz gets him a kill. Dyslexic can't stay in this fight for too long, but Raver's not worried about it. As long as he's not on the hill threatening his teammates, he doesn't mind being in this position.
The shots from Fearzly, gets him a drop shot. Can he get away, though? Demise is hot on it. He gets away. I'm blown away from that. And Fearzly is confident enough to go ahead and backpack it and challenge Demise either way. And I see why he's so confident, because Dezo was rolling in. Demise goes from a 1v1 to a 1v2 to a 1v none. He's gone, done, and dusted. Pittsburgh Knights, they play this map very well, not only because their rotations are on point, but also their ability to prioritize and fight and keep in the back of their mind when the drop shot timings are going to be up is honestly some of the best I've ever seen across the entire Pro League. And that was why I was a bit concerned for eUnited heading into map 4. It's a bit wild. Off of the glass, but that's okay, though. Meanwhile, pushing into the hill, Pittsburgh Knights, they continue to extend. eUnited's been at 20 points for the longest time, but maybe a bit of a sore spot now. Fearzly rotates around. Demise, keeping it contested on the opposite end. Monkyz, though, he's got a nasty angle. Demise has to deal with him. He can't stay where he's at, or else he's going to consistently be peppered up. So Monkyz effectively backs away Demise. They bit, a bit of a flip here. But for eUnited, are they going to get the ball rolling anytime soon, brother? They've only got 6 points for the past, I don't even know how many rounds or how many hills we've seen at this point in time. So things are starting to get a bit rough.
Yeah, they are starting to get a bit rough here for them, as eUnited only got 30 points to their name. They're winning some big fights and got multiple downs, but they get the cleanup. They got a new drop shot coming up in 20 seconds, Taylor. And eUnited should be able to wait this one out. They got a presence here towards this top stairs as well. And, PK trying to surround them, but eUnited, they'll be set up for the next fight. Oh, as I say that, Raver has a pinch on Dyslexic. Dyslexic sticks himself in the corner, but he may be able to get angled out by that player on the left. Yeah, he gets out at the right time. Good job playing his life.
Ooh, good shots. You know what's interesting? We've seen eUnited in previous series get hugely aggressive, pushing back members of other rosters. Pittsburgh Knights are doing that now, and you can genuinely see how confident they are in the engagements that they take. PK is rolling. Matter of fact, can we pull up the scoreboard, because it should be at least very one-sided. Dezo, 12 and 4 with 11 kills. The highest one with is Raver with 6 deaths, but I mean everybody else on eUnited, the damage is not too bad aside from TJ, but I mean, as a whole, Pittsburgh Knights, their stats prove why they have such a tremendous lead.
Yeah, it truly does. It truly does. And, the Knights utilizing that teamwork over everything, making sure that they're not fighting alone, going up against this eUnited team, who is in major form. PK showing that in the EDAYS finals, they will not get 3-0 in back-to-back playoffs. It's just not going to happen. eUnited still got some fight left in them, as we're seeing 30 points left in scrap. Well, not scrap, but left at this hill that will not be contested for, as we see the Knights rotating across the map.
He said rotating across map. Okay, eUnited, fair enough. You'll get those other points. We'll now focus on the corner hill, where we can obviously have pretty good success. And for eUnited, they're a bit sluggish off the rotate. Now, one good thing that they do have in place is Dyslexic and TJ up top have already downed player 3. Raver tries to get him picked back up. Unfortunately, he can't do it. So from Dyslexic's perspective, already set up on the hill. That's good for him, especially there with TJ. Pittsburgh Knights are having a bit of a time trying to get anywhere close.
Yeah, they're trying to get close, but, it's not as easy in this fight as it has been in previous others. But I like the side in which PK is fighting from, right? They have the more advantageous position. You can see this angle from Monkyz that had to get smoked out. A great counter flash from Dezo, but he messed up his movement, right? Because he was supposed to take a shot and get out, but once he got stuck, he goes down. His teammate had to step up. They both lose their life, and now Fearzly is taken out here in a 2v1. So great hold coming out from eUnited there in that fight, Taylor.
Great hold indeed, and starting to come back. Now, because the scoreline is starting to get a lot closer, I've got to change my narrative a bit for eUnited. They're up 2-1 in the series. If they win this Speyer, it's over with. And we will have eUnited being your champions, not only from Split 2 playoffs, but also Split 3 playoffs. And they would be the most successful team when it comes to Emergence Day Split 3, winning 3 out of the 5 weeks. They're making a good argument and a good point as to they can possibly do this 38 points away. I mean, this is totally drastically different from what we were seeing from them in the beginning.
Nah, it really was there. So eUnited, they find a way to recover. They were down by a huge deficit, but over these last 2 hills, they found a perfect strategy to get themselves back into this game. Just a few points away from tying it up. Drop shot in the hands of Monkyz. This is going to be a big shell that he got to connect with. Goes deep, hits the corner, plays beautifully, but it's a 3v3 on the map. Monkyz trying to work that corner, wait for his teammates' help, and not put himself in one-shot range, and that composure keeps his team up a man in this fight. But it forces eUnited back into have to take some Lancer angles, where this is actually a great spot for eUnited. PK feeling flustered, but when they're in these positions, they stay together hip to hip, and look at them, the 4-man unit moving in. They get 2 kills. The revives are there. They found their last 2.
Oh, look at
as
this.
A unit, side by side, perfect spacing.
Jeez.
A walking sawed-off shotgun, anything in their range will drop to the ground immediately.
Wow, that was pretty
hard to
impressive
do.
to see. It is hard to do, but it's also scary to see. If you're
it is like if you see 4 players standing perfectly next to each other, not chunking out of each other's way, covering all angles, you never want to come across that. Now, as we're gassing up the Knights for how they take team fights, eUnited, they just picked up 3 kills on the hill. They should be able to get this new set of nades, but as I say that, you see a few players rushing on over there from the Knights. They don't want to give it up for free. They feel like the nades is probably going to be the more important weapon here. At least it's positioning, because they can shoot down and get the drop shot. They did good just kind of scaring back their opponent, right? They scared eUnited back to get both power weapons while they got the lead. And eUnited does something good in these situations, Taylor. They know how to play up into these shots, right? They know how to make their opponent to be forced to shoot an uncomfortable drop shot or throw an uncomfortable nade. So you see how they play into the nade guy rather than playing back away from him, not giving up their positioning, but forcing him to have to switch weapons very quickly and get back into the fight.
Things are getting tense. Now just, what, 16 points separate both of the rosters. Powerz fighting tooth and nail here, getting out any amount of damage that he possibly can. Dyslexic might make a move. I think his only concern is Fearzly to the right side, but as his utility's currently out, he notices Pittsburgh Knights do back up. They concede the hill momentarily. That 50 or 16 points away now has turned into just, what, I don't know, 6 points at this point in time. So this has become hugely competitive. Fearzly making a move. I love the confidence from the side angle. Nice shot onto Powerz. Can't get the finish. He doubles back and he will die.
No chunk.
Such an effort from Fearzly, but in the end, eUnited recovers.
Man, I thought Fearzly was going to get that kill. Taylor, eUnited has the lead. And now what can they do with this lead? Big kill from Raver. He holds the power position, and you see how that 1 kill forces Demise and TJ back. They say, we can't fight it anymore. We got to wait for help. We got to let the hill transition over and play as a team. Monkyz gonna keep playing back, knowing that he can't go down, but you gotta respect him playing up into the fight, right? Not starting his defense here, but forcing his opponents to have to earn this position. That's so key in these type of matchups. Man, eUnited, they're trying to earn everything here. EK making them work for it. Like you said, they stingy, right? Trying to have some of that handles energy in this moment, but PK finds 2. Dezonide waits for help. Oh, that's a trade.
It's a trade. So
that's a big trade, though. That's not no small trade. Because look at the spawn on the map, right?
True. True.
Oh, I thought he got that. That was so clean. He almost got that one.
It's not over with yet for Pittsburgh Knights fans. Look, they may have took a little bit of a stumble. They may have fallen behind a bit. Now they're back on top once again. For how long? Look at eUnited plays. They are pressuring in on literally every single angle. But Fearzly did pick up 1. Nades are thrown to no avail. Powerz can continually pop in. We will have more hills to be played for. Pittsburgh Knights continues to fight for the current one, as they should. They got to be stingy now, but Powerz doubles back. He'll take that one. Raver, though, will effectively back Powerz back. Monkyz will take him down. And like I said, we're playing for another hill. And it's going to be one of our most open hills, center line. And Chapel is being fought for quite a bit, as it should. Having that angle on Chapel steps makes or breaks your success on this current hill.
It truly does. And we see PK have one of the Chapel doors as well as eUnited. That's going to be pretty much a 3v3 fight, a 3v2 fight in this area for eUnited, but Fearzly will drop down with his teammates and just keep collecting on points. By them getting points, that forces eUnited to have to play into them. Smart move by PK. Now eUnited is flustered. They thought they were going to get an easy fight, but instead they got to make a frantic decision. They give up their positioning. They break their own setup because they have to get to the hill. They don't have the luxury of playing perfect when they're down by just so much in this late game. And it's PK working together. This Lexic gets flanked. 4 more seconds. The Knights, they'll tie this one up 2-2, Taylor. And we're getting geared up for map 5.
Map 5, ladies and gentlemen. Pittsburgh Knights, yeah, they had a little bit of a shakeup. It looked a bit scary, but the important fact is they locked it in at the tail end of it. What a competitive map that was. And again, this is a match that is going to be, or at least has taken place in the past. First time it's taken place in Split 3, but also took place in Split 2 and Grand Finals. That result was eUnited winning 3-0. This result, much different. This close to the major, it is so encouraging to see Pittsburgh Knights playing as well as they are.
Yeah, it is, you know, and this was something, as we saw PK, you know, early on in the league, in the Pro League, and early on in EDAYS, you know, not having their full roster some weeks, right? But they look good as a unit, and we said that when we get closer to a major and they start playing together again, and when they start looking up to form with this fearsome squad with Fearzly on the team, how are they going to do? Hey, we're seeing it right now. We're seeing it right now with them going up into this map 5, not stinging out of the series. Well, not being put out the series early and forcing the game 5. I'm ready to watch it, Taylor.
I am too.
Oof.
I am too. But hey, we got to wait a little bit. We're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, map 5, Tomb Execution to decide it all. Who will be the champs of Emergence Split 3 playoffs? We'll find out after the break. And welcome back, everybody, to Grand Finals Emergence Split 3 playoffs. We've seen 4 maps played out. eUnited took a hot 2-0 lead off of the start, but Pittsburgh Knights refused to back down. They tie it up 4-4 after winning Training Grounds and then now winning Speyer. That puts us Tomb Execution map number 5. Let's talk about map 4, though, Blaze. Speyer. We saw a big comeback from eUnited, an excellent close from Pittsburgh Knights, but competitive from both rosters.
Yeah, really competitive here from both rosters. And so now you're going to have PK getting themselves to the map 5 after we saw eUnited very dominant in our first 2 maps, okay? But it was a different Knights that we saw on Training Grounds and Speyer Control. They came out with a different energy. They put themselves up, what was it, 4-1 on Training Ground. Well, actually, it wasn't a 4-1 that they put themselves up, but it was a close battle. They got themselves up to 4-2 in that Training Grounds before they closed it out. And then, you know, on the next map, they had themselves up with a huge lead. eUnited started to bring it back, but hey, the cushion was there, and all the Knights had to do was just keep playing with that same ferociousness that they had to kick off the map. So we got to go on over to Tomb. The chat's excited. They're like, oh my God, Tomb is PK's best map. We love it. And then eUnited fans is like, it don't matter. We're eUnited. Okay, it don't matter the map. We're winners, and we're about to come out and beat you. It's NA versus LATAM, and this is what we all here for. Even though we got 5 LATAM players in this lobby now, Dyslexic looking to win. Nice glasses, by the way. I just recognized them. Like,
hey, thank you. I appreciate you, brother.
It's just funny that I just recognize when we've been talking for how long. Okay,
who's that nerd I'm talking to?
I don't even look at you over here. You look good though. You know, I like them.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, what y'all get those glasses? I give them an 8 out of 10. You know,
hey, I've got plenty of stories about these glasses already. Me wearing them into Walgreens and me going to McAllister's to get some food, bro. And pretty cool.
Hey, you know what? It's like Clark. It's like gives me Clark Kent energy. You know, like I wouldn't have recognized you if I saw them, and like when you take them off, completely different person. Completely
different, just like beard, no beard. By the way, update.
Yo, yeah.
Candle's out.
Candle went out.
Candle went out.
And
I make this up.
I blew mine out too because that was too much heat by my plants, and I had one plant
Must be
was
nice.
looking crazy. Yeah, nah. Yeah, it's out. But like, chat, come here. It's chat. I want to show y'all why I love you. It's too late. You know, we don't got the one shot. But we'll talk about this later.
Who are you trying to one shot?
You always got one shot.
Yeah, we always, as gamers, we always call out. He's one shot. He's never one shot, okay? He's never one shot. I just never trust that. All right? What goes hand in hand? The best combination in life, like PB and J, all right? Gamers and saying one shot when they're not one shot. All right, that's an old joke.
Hey,
but
I do it every game. Check this out. If I see flesh, if I know I put over 100 damage to you, I'm calling one shot so my teammate can get in there with some confidence and hit a
There you go. There you go. And then he pulls out the wrong gun. I thought he was one shot. I was trying to snub him out with one bullet. I was trying to
be like, hey, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. I hit him with like 3 shots.
One shot, bro. Hey, look. But you're streaming, Blaze. I can see your perspective. All right. Hey, big win from eUnited, round number 1. That's going to put them 5 rounds away from victory, and a big win in a dominant way. Literally, nobody dies.
Yeah, no one dies whatsoever, and it was a team effort. It was a team effort at the end of the day. You had 3 big damage dealers, and you had another player cleaning up those kills. Here we go into the next round. Powerz with the flash out. He drops it low. You see Fearzly steps out wide to dodge it. TJ stepped into a crossfire. And now PK got 3 kills. Here's the 4th, and they get a quick round.
Wow. So we just saw a team ace from eUnited round 1 and a team ace from Pittsburgh Knights round 2. That is, I mean, Blaze, I don't know about you, but personally, that gets me incredibly excited because we're seeing the same energy from both rosters in back-to-back rounds, just obviously at different times. But let's see it coincide. All right, let's see that same energy now pop off in the same round. This could get wild.
Different switch up from PK, I believe. Actually, no. Dezonide is coming over. The stun is there from Powerz, but he got stunned as well, so the fight gets pushed for just a second. And here's the pressure from eUnited. They got 1 down. They may try to sneak away with this power weapon and slow the round down if they can, but they go for these shots. They see a lot of aggression from PK. Just got it. The damage is there. Who goes down first? And it's Powerz with the first kill on Dezonide, but quickly traded out. I think it just comes down to a 3v3. Soon to be a eUnited round there. Whew. Playing ring around the Rosie right there towards the tree, and we see at different moments one squad being offensive, the other squad being defensive, and then it shifts. Each team looking for that opening, but it was eUnited who found it in the end.
Bro, look at the assist from the side of eUnited. Everybody just, I mean, at least 4 to 5. I think we have 1, 2, but I mean, the assists are crazy. The teamwork, again, is something eUnited has worked so hard on tirelessly since Split 3 started, and it is genuinely paying off. Pittsburgh Knights on the side where they can answer back. Will they be able to do so? I like the aggression from Monkyz. Unfortunately, it's not going to amount to much aside from a trade, and now Dezo is by himself. And TJ and Dyslexic, they are not going to give an opportunity for Dezo to get up close and personal to put themselves in chunkable range. There it is, 3-1 lead for eUnited. I like the aggression from Monkyz, but Blaze, maybe he can taper that down.
Yeah, maybe he can a bit. You know, Monkyz, if you see him kind of dash into the fight, it's something happening on the comms. He's understanding that his teammates need him to draw some attention towards his direction. They need him to get in there and kind of make a play. If not, you know, he's feeling back pretty behind them. So we'll see how he plays it up. He is going to be anchored here towards the middle of the map. Quick bow from Dezonide. Powerz gets caught out. Dezonide goes down. No one's there for the revive. eUnited moves up for the kill. They'll be able to get 2. Big plays coming out from Demise. An entire eUnited team as they will get their 4th round on the board. 2 away from taking this EDAYS playoffs.
2 away. Rounds 1, rounds 2, very exciting. 3, 4, and 5, pretty much clinical and cleaned up very well from eUnited's perspective. Again, those assists, so impressive. Demise, I think Dyslexic and TJ sitting at above 6. Like, it goes like 6, 8, and 7, 6, 7, 8. That's a better way to count it. But really liking the teamwork. And because we're seeing such a big focal point placed on the mid fight, all of those assists, all of that DPS is making or really softening Pittsburgh Knights up. Maybe an opportunity has presented itself. TJ will die first blood. Another one's going to fall, and this round is going to be cleaned up very quickly. 17 seconds. Pittsburgh Knights fight back, stop the bleeding in round 6.
Yeah, that was some great aggression coming out there for the Knights. You know, so far, you know, Raver, he's been good at putting out that damage there towards that snipe lane, playing up into TJ, and that's been very successful here. Also, the angles in which he's getting to help out his team when TJ's playing passive and helping out the Knights a lot. So, Dezo flash in. He tosses behind Powerz, allows his teammates to move up. They get the kill on Powerz. Demise didn't have the cross that he wanted, but he finds one kill. 2v2. Demise reset and he got a double.
This is interesting for Pittsburgh Knights. A chance is here. Monkyz has to play this very carefully and make sure he does not die, leaving Fearzly by himself. And the same thing can be said for Dyslexic and Demise. That's a big down. That is a massive down. eUnited
has right hand though.
On Monkyz. Oh,
he has right
Monkyz
hand
picks
though.
up 1v1. You mentioned a right hand. Who's going to be able to take this? Demise. He is so weak. And we're going to be in a bit of a stalemate.
Man, you know, even like when I saw Monkyz teammate get down to the right, I'm like, but Monkyz got right hand. That's not a free kill. Someone's going to lose their life going for it. Now, it's Monkyz versus Demise. And when you think about the roles that both of these players play on their team, they are the anchors. They are the players in these 1v1 positions where they want to be clutch for their team. This is gonna be a chess match type of 1v1. You won't see no flashy wall bounces and aggressive plays. They're literally gonna outplay each other until they can figure out exactly the right move. Demise goes in. Monkyz takes a shot. They're gonna reset. Yeah, they don't want that. They're not that type of player.
What that? Oh, an opportunity for Demise though, Blaze.
He has to get his health back.
This is interesting.
Monkyz
nice
plays it well.
Monkyz. Nice.
Big double kill from Mono.
Huge double kill, and most impressive that he picked up the first one. This was the first one. Fearzly's down. I'm thinking it's all bad.
Right?
You
like
said
this
it's not a
isn't
free
free.
kill, but he's got the right hand. You're right.
And he almost took Demise down right away because he got hit with the first big shot. Well, one round away from PK being able to tie this up 4-4. Or is eUnited going to get to series point? An important round, and Fearzly tried to go huge for his team. Raver puts himself in the middle. TJ behind enemy lines, but TJ gets a kill.
Okay.
He's forced down. There's a revive, and now it's a 3v3. No power weapons picked up. Powerz out of position.
That's huge.
He's taken out.
That's huge. Now 2v3. You got everybody punched up for
We're getting tied up.
Oh,
what?
Who wins it?
What happened?
Who? Eunited?
It's PK.
What?
Replay?
Give me the replay.
Yo.
Stat.
3v3.
Oh my lord.
He's out of position. Big
That's
play
huge,
from
though.
Dezonide. Down in the corner. Where's the next kill? Demise is down. Is it a team kill? No, okay, Dezonide's alive.
Was still alive.
Angle, I'm about to say. Yeah, I was missing the kill there. I was like, where did it go? Dezonide was just out of frame.
Yeah, he was out of frame, bro. Dude, I was like, yo, that because we've seen that happen. The last time I've only seen it once. I've only seen it once personally in Gears 5 while casting, and that was on the Fearzly.
eUnited gave up the middle of the map. They got the nades and they got the snipe. A trick strat in which we ain't seen, but they pull it out here in this EDAYS finals. And they all backed themselves up, and the Knights wasn't ready for it, so the Knights' natural instinct was to be aggressive and push forward to find a kill, but that was what eUnited was waiting for, and that's where Dezonide loses his life at.
Commendable. It's like an eUnited round here. Fearzly, he's a spectacular specimen. The 1v4, not going to be easy, and that is an important round, Blaze. That puts eUnited on map point, series point, and that much closer to securing first place, not only being champions of Emergence Day Split 3 playoffs, the most successful team in EDAYS for Split 3, but also securing $2,400 as a team.
Both these teams got some cash in their pocket, but trying to put 1,800 more by winning these last few rounds. eUnited can do it on one. $1,800 round for him. Demise gets the bow. He backs up. He revs. Goes for a quick shot. Fearzly takes down Powerz. Demise goes down, but he gets a kill on Dezo across the map. It's a 3v2. Demise say, I got mine. TJ's down. It's a 3v1. The E-Day playoffs is going to a round 11. Map 5, Taylor. Chat, get hype.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. 5 hours of gameplay comes down to, who knows, it could be 20 seconds. 20 seconds to 2 minutes to decide who is going to be the champions of Emergence Day Split 3 playoffs plays. Let's get into a round 11. Who's taking it?
Here we go. Powerz, no flash out. He goes for the kill, but he has to back down. PK presses forward. They're flanking. Double down, 3v3. Powerz gets behind TJ, but they're pressed in the corner. PK looking for victory. Powerz trying to find the kill. 2v2. 2v1. Dyslexic Fearzly. Who wants it? Who wants to get the check? $1,800 coming down to a 1v1.
Good stun.
Sweaty. Who ready for it?
Dyslexic has been unstoppable in 1v1s all night tonight. Fearzly is great, but the stats are definitely in favor of Dyslexic, not only in damage but kills, but just overall impact plays tonight. Him and Raver have been on fire. Fearzly has to get the most important kill of the entire night. This is the kill.
Fearzly
this is the 1v1.
Oh, he hit him.
All.
He hit him again.
Dyslexic makes a move. Fearzly closes the gap. Dyslexic has been tagged, but he's fine. Still a bit of a stalemate.
They're running
now
for
repositioned. They have to rotate over to the next hill. Meanwhile, they're trying to get pop shots. They're trying to get damage as they rotate. Fearzly will go in. It's going to come down to this kill. It's about to pop off. Fearzly, though, he's going to the advantage, but he's going to be tagged. Dyslexic. Fearzly! Pittsburgh Knights are your Split 3 Emergence Day playoff champions.
He gets it done with no fear. Play the music because the Knights, they get it done.
Whew. I need a bit of a breather. My heart is going crazy, and I mean that. Wow.
What a way to end it. That was so good. So good. Talk about, man,
my heart, bro.
Chat.
I got palpitations. I'm like,
yo, chat ain't even seen it yet. Hold up. They don't even know it's coming down to a 1v1 in a round 11. All right.
1v1, round 11, both rotating for the overtime
hill.
hill.
My. And then there was a point where it was a kill on the ground where Dyslexic was like, I got to get this and back up. You know, he got it and he reset the fight. Oh, that was good. Let's watch it over. Let's watch it over again. Let's take a breath. Oh my God.
That is
that was so good. Me and Tay, like, we're watching it back. Look, you see, oh my, the kill.
It was perfect.
He was like, I gotta get it.
Perfect.
And Fearzly was one shot right there. He honestly, he didn't even have to get the cleanup. Okay.
And great point, by the way. Previous teammates, obviously from Noble roster, right? Fearzly, Dyslexic. Man, so just see the entire round as it is.
And look, so the down, then this is where Powerz was able to find. I think he got one. It was like 2v2, then 1v1. Oh boy. I thought Dyslexic was gonna get him here. He cut back.
But the confidence from Fearzly to make that push, Blaze.
Well, he was decisive about how he wanted to play it, right? And he was like, I'm going to move first rather than be reactive. And that's where I think Dyslexic realized that he was too passive in a fight by letting Fearzly kind of set the tone. But then when Dyslexic hit a good spread, he said, you know what? I'm going to go for the 50-50 because if I back out and reset this fight, Fearzly makes it to the hill, he wins the game. So he had to play forward. And that was a good move from Dyslexic. But Fearzly was better today. Fearzly
in a row.
Was the most composed player. Fearzly was the better 1v1 player tonight, okay? He was the guy. And in that tense situation, he said, no, I'm going to run, shoot. I'm going to take the cover. I'm going to force you to have to chase into me. If not, you're going to have to make a crazy play to have to hop into this hill. And he was able to think of the play beforehand. And if it wasn't him, he got a good call out. And, hey, PK, get it done.
Get it done. They get it done. I am blown away. Pittsburgh Knights all night were challenged. Okay, Abuelos, map 5. And speaking of which, that is so impressive that Abuelos sends that to a map 5 against Pittsburgh Knights in the fashion that they do. That shows you and should show you how strong Abuelos y sus Nietos truly are heading into the major. And also on Tuesday, the last day of Pro League, 3-1 victory over Rise. I mean, that is huge. Obviously, you really got them tied standings. I think map win percentage is what separates the two. But Rise is in first, Pittsburgh Knights in second in Pro League standings, and ultimately beating eUnited. But eUnited walks away with some tremendous victories as well. Defiance is the strongest challenger team heading into the spring major without question. Obviously, Kenny on that roster. They also beat Kansas City Pioneers. We know the history that they have, okay? They beat them 3-0, confidence booster there, and they go to a map 5. Map 5 stings, but they don't lose it in a fashion. It's frustrating. It sucks, but they don't lose it in a fashion where they lose confidence.
Yeah.
I think tonight for Pittsburgh Knights, clearly, tremendous victory, but also for eUnited, they can hang their head up high. They know that they're ready for the major, and they look to be the strongest team heading into the major. Of course, you throw Pittsburgh Knights in there, you throw Rise in there, but just what a great grand finals. I mean,
it was. Oh my God. It came down to who was able to think of the play quicker, right?
Yep.
Dyslexic had right hand too. You know, I'm just replaying it in my head. He had right hand. If he moves first, he wins that fight, right? Like Fearzly has to play off the left. Dyslexic got cover in the middle. It's just a better situation for him if he darts to that hill first. But Fearzly said, no, I'm going first. I'm going to find a right hand. I'm going to take this battle. And that's what he did. Oh, what a night. What a night. Chat, are you guys happy? I'm happy. I'm excited. That was a good show.
I know Latin America's happy.
Show. This was a great show today.
I know Latin America.
Comeback, a reverse sweep. A reverse sweep on the defending champions that 3-0'd them before.
I know.
Wow.
I know. And also, too, I want to point it out, by the way, Rise eUnited will remain tied in Emergence.
Yes, right? They stay tied. There's
2-2. 2-2. So, Pittsburgh Knights, don't make an impact. I mean, I'll be honest, don't make an impact at all in Emergence. They split 3 until it matters most.
Until it matters most.
$2,400. So, well done. I am so impressed. I genuinely am. And again, Pittsburgh Knights, I learned today, they're taking a different approach to how they come into pro, or just, pro league and competitive in general. They're more relaxed. And I think that's great. Championship Sunday, we'll see where they'll be. But honestly, this PK victory, I mean, just is massive in my mind. And Blaze, I'm excited for the major. I'm excited for Tuesday, but I'm genuinely excited for the major, bro.
Yeah, nah, I really am as well, man. The major is going to be awesome, unfortunately, I can't be there for the major, but I got some things I got to take care of, and I'm gonna miss you guys, chat. I truly will be. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, though. Okay, I'll be back on Tuesday.
You'll be.
I'll be there with y'all. Not trying to break no hearts out here, but Blaze got to take care of business. But I got you on the next one. But I'm sad, man. Damn, it's gonna be first time I get to pop some popcorn and kind of watch it myself.
The whole thing, baby, from start to finish. From start to finish. Well, Blaze, we're going to have some more time in the future.
We will.
Of course, for the last major. But at least for tonight, it was incredible. And Tuesday is going to be even better. What are your final words before we get out of here, brother?
My final words just have to be, Gears fam, hey, stay awesome. You guys have been great in chat. You guys are dedicated out there. We love you for that. Always being entertaining and interacting with us here. Being nice to the mods and being nice to each other, because we don't play that BS around here, okay? Hey, don't be saying nothing crazy, okay? It's a level to it all right? It's levels to this. Don't overstep that line, all right? All right, you guys be easy. Shoot, that's going to do it for me and Taylor today.
That's going to do it, man. Love you, Blaze. Really do. Always a pleasure working with you. And I love all of you out there in chat. Reminder, Tuesday, 5 Eastern, twitch.tv/Xbox Pro League will return for the final day. And be a very condensed day. We got a lot of side station matches, but it's gonna decide it all right now. Who's taking first place? Rise, Pittsburgh Knights. Well, we'll find out, I'm sure, at the end of Tuesday. But Tuesday, 5 Eastern, we would love to have you again. For myself, Taylor, Reflections Noble, Guy, Blaze, our production team, and you in chat, thank you once again for being here. And be back twitch.tv/Xbox 5 Eastern for the final day of Pro League. We would love to have you.